I'm a developer, software developer and trainer from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm here to help facilitate the youth mobile workshop that's going on right now. It was a mixed message. I was teaching them about autodidactism in the 21st century, which is a new way to learn. I wasn't formally trained in my software development. I taught myself with online available tools, which are very disorganized right now, but tried to sift through the material and get what I need. I've been down the road a year now, and I know quite a bit, which is awesome. The other message I was telling them is about a software developer school I started in Nairobi after not being able to go to another developer school in the US. Actually, I've never been to such a forum before. I'm blown away, let me say. I expected when I came in, this black place, I was just explaining to Kate, this black space with people walking seriously, do not talk to us, we're important, keep quiet kind of environment. But when I got in and went to the room, they're actually interested in listening to what you're saying, and they think it's important. So it's this open space where young people are actually allowed to think and input on, well, when you're thinking of things that will affect them, plans that will affect them, they're given the chance to actually get their voices being heard. And their voices are used and prioritized, as opposed, people are not sitting in a room and planning our young lives, how they'll move ahead. So I'm really blown away at the structure of the youth forum and having the opportunity as a young person to actually get my opinion heard and kind of affect things, get my opinion in things that will affect me, which I think is really cool. The Youth Mobile Project, I think it's an amazing initiative from UNESCO, and I was told about it. I was really excited. The idea is to get more young people to learn how to make mobile apps, learning actually from their mobile phones. So UNESCO wants to develop this content, which I can say is from picking from already existing material and customizing it for high school kids and also post-high school kids, not necessarily targeting universities, because the majority of youth are not universities. So I'd say it's for the high school kids and for the unemployed youth who are trying to build something and create jobs for themselves. So they're going to have this content that can be taught face-to-face or online or a mix of both, and allow them to learn how to make mobile apps. And I believe with that path, be able to develop our countries and have a lot of social impact from their mobile apps. Because I've gone through this process myself, and I know its power in teaching someone how to make mobile apps. I'm supposed to be in med school. I was supposed to go to med school. And being a doctor is really cool, but I feel like I have so much power in understanding technology and having the power to build technology and create my future out of it. So I think it's a really amazing initiative. One, because we're in a mobile world now. One of the slides being shown at the youth mobile workshop right now is all of us have probably once used our phones, even in the bathroom. We are always on our phones. We are always doing stuff on our phones. So the world is getting more and more digitalized, and it makes sense now for young people to learn how to use this tool in creating businesses, in having social enterprises on these phones, because that's where the world that's where the world is going on now. And from my personal experience, as I said, I was able to get a job after 2 months. I'm a high school kid. That's awesome. I was able to buy my own machine. I was able to start and now I have a developer school running. And I think if I wasn't introduced to this field, I won't be as creative, as determined, and have all the initiative, because technology always kind of gets people to do things faster and makes people more creative. If you think how the world was when it was mechanized like 200 years ago, people are not as creative as we are now. So I think it's such a powerful tool, especially now when the developing world, the population is so young. It's such a powerful initiative to get these young people to learn how to make mobile apps. God knows what they'll do. After finishing high school, I interned at an NGO. While working there, I worked with the accountant who kept telling me to input certain numbers into Excel and it will give me back these results. So I kept asking her, who tells Excel to do this? Who tells Excel, this is how you calculate? She told me to Google because she really didn't know the answer. I Googled and I came across the word programs. It's a program and programming. I Googled how to become a programmer, how to learn a programming languages, why I can learn. And it happens when I was Googling 2012 is when all these online sites started, Codecademy, Treehouse, Udacity, Coursera, MIT, edX. So there were so many free learning content, open courseware that I could learn from, and it was really available to me. It was this amazing coincidence. So I started learning from them. I enrolled on a number of courses in computer science, theory, and practical software programming. And with the months, I got better and better. After 2 months, I'd saved enough from my internship to quit and buy a computer and continue learning full time. I went to a Nairobi tech hub where I continued teaching myself. I grew broke and decided to take up a job as a software developer, which was really risky after 2 months of learning, but it worked well. I interned as a software developer, then did some open source projects, and yeah, now I'm training at the developer school I started. I'd say the recommendations of the young people actually adopted, because it's been 3 days of debating. I was just saying people are still debating and that's a lot of effort and input put in, because they're bringing the experiences from their home countries and their personal situations into the debate. And I'd say the most preferred situation is for this recommendation to actually be adopted to the letter, because these young people know what's going on the ground, so they know why they're putting across these recommendations, and they think those recommendations will actually improve things for them. So that, I think, is the most preferred outcome.